LAPD, life on the beat. Newton Division officers Alex Burton and Salvatore DeBella rushed to back up fellow officers in neighboring Hollenbeck Division.
Let them know we're responding. All right. Roger.
Please responding to the major 415 fight in Hollenbeck Division. Switch to TAC 5.
What we have is a major 415 group in Hollenbeck. It's basically a large fight, over 100 males, and we're just going to go assist another division. Where do you guys need us at? Down further? Or? What we have is multiple victims, and we have multiple suspects involved in it.
With so many suspected gang members in custody, officers Burton and DeBella will assist as one of the backup units.
It has a group of suspects detained. We're going to hold on to them, airship, if you could advise the units on the perimeter.
While the airship patrols overhead, the suspected gang members are searched for any concealed weapons and then handcuffed.
Everybody cross your ankles. Kneel down, man. Kneel down and sit down are two different things, right? Put your hands on your head. Or we can actually leave them cuffed until they're ran. Hey, Sarge, did anybody take FIs on those guys that you brought over?
No, I don't think anybody's been F5.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just starting to.
You got any ID on you, man? Why not? Huh? You don't carry any. So how am I supposed to know it's you? Face the wall, man. Face the wall. Look at the wall.
I think that's what it is.
Who do you run with, man? Who do you claim?
And they're just, they're just flying. They're just flying on the street, throwing rocks and bottles. Everything. You got 5 or 6 guys bleeding from their mouth and face. So, there's ADW, something's going on here. Somebody's getting jumped in, or they're throwing down on the middle of the street, but then they all took off, and about 30 even popped out from behind the building.
Getting jumped in is a gang initiation ritual. The new inductee has to fight several members of the gang before he or she is admitted as a member.
Here's the plan, guys. This building right here, this brick building, runs all the way from Union all the way to Olympic, okay? What we're going to do, we're going to take a 6-man search team. We're going to start this way. We're going to work all the way around the building, see if there's an obvious entrance to get in there. Let's line up, pull out, get over there, everybody's coming out. Let's go.
Okay, we talked to the supervisor at scene. What we have is this is a result of a large gang fight, and there's units spread out all throughout Hollenbeck right now on about 5 major streets. What we're going to do right now, we're going to do a building search for more possible suspects. The air unit above saw several suspects on the north side of the building, so we're going to go there and we're going to check the building out and see if we can catch any more persons.
LA gang members are known to carry weapons and have a well-earned reputation for using them. Armed with this knowledge, the search for suspects will be carried out in a thorough and cautious manner.
Roger that, airship. This roof, we're looking at from inside, it's just metal and glass. It's not worth going up there for. Roger that.
All right. We ain't going in there. It ain't worth it. He chased 2 people out already.
Good decision. It's not a frequent thing where you go to different divisions, but whenever there's a help call, we always respond. We rounded up approximately about 70 to 100 gang members. There's several victims hurt and injured at scene. They were treated by fire department, transported by ambulance, varies probably to USC. At this time, we don't really know who's going to jail or not. We know someone will be going to jail today, but we have to return back to Newton Division. We just came over here to assist our fellow officers in blue.
Of the 35 suspects detained, 2 were arrested for felony warrants, 2 for misdemeanor warrants, and 2 for parole violations. In addition, 30 traffic violations.
We're going to a radio call. Somebody called the police, and apparently some neighbors were involved in a dispute. And one of the parties is now threatening the other party with a knife. And apparently another unit is already there, so we're going to go ahead and back them up on that.
The call is in response to an assault with a deadly weapon report. It'll be officers Joe Rupert and Jane Russum's job to keep the already volatile situation from getting out of control.
There's a unit upstairs. All righty. We're in. Thank you.
Well, get off the phone. This is what I'm talking about.
What happened now?
Touch your door.
Where did she meet you with the knife?
In the middle of the hallway, right there.
How did she have the knife?
Like this.
She was gonna stab you?
I don't know. I don't think she would have stabbed me, but still, the point is,
How far away was she?
like this, right here, right there, and then Norman downstairs got in the middle and pulling us apart, and Dion pulling us apart. I said, no, you ain't gonna pull a knife on me.
What was she saying when you?
That she would stab me with the knife?
For $5?
Yeah, I guess so.
How big was the blade?
This.
Like a big kitchen type knife?
Not that big, no. It was like a steak knife.
All right.
Everybody
How you doing? What apartment do you live in? Who else lives down there with you?
My kid.
Is that your son right there? And who's that, your mom?
Grandma.
Grandma? Okay, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. All right, well, I'll show it to them and we'll find out one way or the other. All right, I'll come back and let you know what's going on before we leave. Why don't you step up against the wall for me real quick so I can pass on by you. Thank you. Is this about what it looked like? Absolutely positively?
Yeah, for my, yeah.
Okay. But you weren't cut or anything like that, correct?
No.
All right.
Let me watch out and see what she has to say.
There are two sides to every story, and the officers will have to determine who is telling the truth about what happened.
Good enough on her? Yeah. So what's the story, dude?
You know what? I'll do a code 10 on her.
Are you gonna talk to me?
Yeah, nothing. She owed me money and I came to her door and I asked her. And she closed the door and I put my leg right there. Then she got to go put my baby down. So I was in my house and putting my baby down. And then she came to my door talking about come outside and fight. I didn't come to fight her. I just asked her for my money.
Okay, what's the story with the knife?
I don't got no knife. I only got one knife in my house, a cooking knife.
Tell me the truth.
I don't got no knife.
You didn't have any
She
knife?
just showed me. No, I didn't have no knife.
No. Did you have a knife
I
earlier?
said no,
Did you
I
threaten
didn't.
her with a knife?
No.
Now, if I go ask your children over there, are they gonna tell me something different?
Go ask. My kids don't even know how to talk, but you can go ask them.
All this is over $5. Is it really worth going to jail over $5?
No.
No?
5'4", 140, black and brown.
All right, let's hold on there for a second.
73, also there's 5 Cala.
Has she tried to get money? Has she tried to get the money back from you prior? And that's like she asked you for it before.
One of the days I said I'll try to get each day. I was trying to get money, borrow money to pay her money back.
Right. It was just $5, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to go to jail because she do have 2 kids. But
Right.
I just was upset because one shit.
Right. Right.
I wouldn't do that to her.
Right.
If you're gonna fight, then fight. I'm not.
Well, you understand there's a big difference between fighting somebody with fists and coming at somebody with a knife, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Okay, what's going to happen is, you said that this business has been going on for some time, right?
No, I say this $5 bit started.
It's $5.
Yeah,
Right.
But, they argue one minute, then they're in each other's house the next one.
Okay, but you're the grandmother of this one here, right?
Yeah, and
Okay.
my nephew is with her.
All right. Well, okay, I just want you to know what's going on. Basically, your granddaughter right now is going to have to go to jail, okay?
For what?
For the little business that happened out in the hall, okay? People are saying that she had a knife and that she didn't stab anybody, but that she was, threatening people and that she was upset over this $5, okay? So she's going to go to jail for that tonight, okay? So we just need you, if it's all right, to take care of her kids until she gets out, okay? And I just want to make sure that the kids are going to be taken care of. Basically, these 2 women became involved in a dispute over one owing the other $5. And when the one that owed the money wasn't able to pay up, the other one got pretty upset and basically went and tried to get the money back using a knife. So she's threatened this other woman with the knife, which obviously is a crime, and that's why she's going to jail.
The suspect was booked for felony assault with a deadly weapon. No charges were filed and a city attorney hearing has been set. When an LAPD officer broadcasts a Code 6 George, it means they may need assistance with possible gang activity and a gang unit will respond to the location. While on patrol in Hollywood Division, officers Clint Donia and Sean McCory assist another unit on a possible 459, a burglary in progress.
It's burglary suspects there now. Let's see what we got. Hi there. Looks like things are well in hand.
No, it's not okay.
Oh, what happened?
The house was burned down about a month ago. But we were told that if anyone shows up on the premises to call you, it is trespassing. It is burglary. He is taking stuff out of the backyard.
Out of the backyard.
He said it's trash, but you looked in the cab and it is
up in there. There's a lot of nice stuff up in there.
Go for it.
It is not from the backyard.
I've been back there all night. Now they decide to say something to me.
Nobody lives here, right?
No, it's an abandoned building. It's a burnt down building. I was in there trashing. I was just trashing. I've been out trashing all night. You know.
What's trashing?
Just garbage picking.
Picking up
yeah.
garbage?
But see, I live in
back there?
There's a lot of good stuff right there.
A lot of good stuff?
There's a lot of good stuff. It's new stuff. I found some like Windex.
Found Windex?
Conditioner, shampoo.
You don't need Windex for a cart, though.
For a squat? Yes, we do.
Yeah?
Yeah, because you know the squat.
Windows?
Yeah. We got electricity.
Oh, yeah?
We have a phone. We do. I mean,
this guy says that he used to stay back in the garage. Do you know that to be a fact or not?
There were so many kids. We had 18 and 20.
Why did this lady allow that?
Because she's nuts.
How old is she?
She's 71.
Oh.
And she would call them, quote, tourists.
that's all.
Why don't you stand over there, man?
Oh, okay. Come back. All right. I didn't want you to think I'm trying to run up on you.
You trying to run up on me? You gonna attack me or what?
I just been out trash all night.
All right, well, stay over there then. For the neighbors, the lady who owns this house is in a convalescent home. Her house burned. It's supposedly still full of her personal belongings. And this guy here apparently decided to go do some shopping and is, or at least helping the lady get rid of her stuff without her permission.
Yeah, but that lady ain't thinking about that stuff because she told, when the lady was living here, she was letting us up in the house to help her clean up and all this and that and told us to take what we want. If you go in the back and look in the
Who
back,
told you to take what you want?
The old woman that was staying here. If you go in the back,
what's her name?
If you go in,
What is her name?
I don't know her name. We used to stay in the, I used to stay in the garage back here. You gonna ask the sheriff? I got locked up 2 times.
You got an FI?
I got locked up 2. He know me. I got locked up 2 times for being.
Okay,
in
well
the
it might be
in the
3
back.
times.
Yeah.
Are you on probation or parole or anything?
I'm on probation.
Okay, well you may be locked up the 3rd time.
Well, sir, I was.
That's not your stuff.
Trashing.
It's not your stuff, right?
Yeah, but if it's
is it your stuff?
No, but if it's by the garbage, I mean, ain't it?
Is it your property? It's not your property. It's not your stuff, right?
Okay, well.
Didn't your mama teach you better? Did she tell you? Did she teach you to take things that aren't yours?
I was just out trashing stuff.
Did she teach you to take stuff that isn't yours?
No,
No, she
I
didn't.
think nobody wanted to. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. The white boy was here. He sent him in the station wagon.
I don't care. That's not your stuff. Why don't you take all that stuff and put it back in the house? It's not your stuff?
Could I just put it on the side? Because I didn't go in the house, so I swear to God I didn't go in the house.
Okay, well then,
the white guy went in the house. He's seen the white guy that was
well
here.
then you do me a favor and put it back in the house, though. Okay? Did you ever? You said you used to stay here before?
Yeah, we was in the garage.
Okay. All right. Obviously, the neighbors are upset. They don't want these transients and these street people here. I am going to look into it though and see if I can get a hold of the victim and see what she wants done with this property, because it is it's turning the neighbors the neighborhood into a bad place.
These chassis are really nice.
6867. They finally came around yesterday and put up the fence, which helps a lot, except there's no gate and you can just walk right on through, which is wonderful. Why don't you put a sign, welcome?
Right.
Officers attempted to find the homeowner, but she was unable to be located. A week later, the house burned down in an apparent arson. No suspects have been arrested, and the case remains under investigation.
There's our car right there.
Officers Jamie McBride and Dave Rondo work patrol in Newton Division. It doesn't take long before they make their first traffic stop of the evening.
Huh? Was it? During patrol, we saw a vehicle speeding down the street. As we pulled in behind it, it quickly pulled into an alley and accelerated, then quickly stopped. One suspect exited the vehicle, armed with a blue steel pistol. He started running. We conducted a foot pursuit, caught the suspect, and also recovered the pistol, which is a loaded 380 automatic.
Let me out.
Here we go.
Let me out.
Got a gun, Dave. Dave, you got a gun? I think so. Dave, go get in the car.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Turn over. Turn over.
Recording Amber 59 shooting Sentinel, Sentinel,
Dave, stand by. The car's gone. Zero gas. Dave. You got him?
45, are you flip to
Hey, get in. We're at about 5-3 in Avalon.
Did you get the heat?
No, Dave, the car's gone too. Stand by.
Hey, take that trail right there, straight back.
All right. I'll let you know if I find. Or look the other way.
1057 11 ready.
Dave, you think it's in the back?
8 now I have it.
You didn't have it when I crossed Avalon.
There it is. 571.
Dave, bring him back. We got it. Well, we saw a car going down the alley, going pretty quick. As we activated our lights to stop him, because he was definitely going too fast to be in the alley, the passenger bailed out with the gun. We finally did a foot pursuit, caught him, and this is the gun he had. Let me just make it safe real quick. Yeah, perfect. The car's GOA.
You get the gun though?
Yeah, right here.
Cool.
Came back here. Right there.
I knew I saw him throw. Where's the?
Right here. Had 3 rounds in it, 1 in the chamber.
Hey, Thatcher.
I told you I saw it. He jumped out.
I saw him throw it.
I know. Oh, there it is.
That's why I was trying to get my radio and say, go back and get the gun.
Yeah.
Because I had him.
I know. Good job.
Hey, Thatcher, you want to transport him? We got the gun.
Man, oh, man. What's up, man?
Hey, stop resisting, all right?
I ain't resisting nothing, but man, I ain't had none. That's on the real. You can check.
Well, no, we're going to print it.
That's cool. That's cool.
Okay.
If my print, I can beat it. I know my prints ain't on it.
Okay. You're lucky you didn't get shot, though.
All right.
We returned back to where the vehicle was parked, and the vehicle had left. We put a crime broadcast out just in case if another unit's around, they could stop it and see if it was a stolen vehicle. But we did get one suspect, and we recovered the pistol.
Frequently, one guy will get out, and the car will go one way, and you got to decide who you're going to chase. Fortunately, this time we saw the guy with the gun, so we went that way. Well, we've been partners for a long time, so we can coordinate with each other. And as a team, we tracked the guy down, got the gun, and got him. So it worked out good.
Black and brown, 5.
This suspect has a long history in Newton Division. He's been arrested for several violent crimes. He's currently on parole, so he's definitely been through the system before, and also our crash officers verified who he is, and he's an active gang member. So it's good to get him off the street.
Yeah, we went ahead and ran the gun, and the gun comes back to us Sacramento stolen, so that'll be an additional charge on the suspect, additional felony charge.
The suspect was booked for gang member with a gun. It was reduced to carrying a concealed weapon, a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year in the county jail.